Fitz,
Hey, wait, what's going on, man? How you?
I'm good, brother. How you making out, man?
I'm cool. I can't complain.
That's good money. That's good money, man. We're gonna get people a couple minutes to get on here, man. But definitely appreciate you. How you feeling? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling, working, staying out the way. How about yourself?
Same here, man. You know, trying to plug and play, man. A lot of plays out here. A lot
As
of
you said.
not to get overwhelmed trying to catch them and just stay in my lane per se.
Exactly, exactly. Heard from me about your the event y'all had the other day. That joint,
Real life Monopoly, man. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that is amazing. You know, Herm shut it down as always.
yeah, he a preacher.
For sure, for sure. What's up, Matt? What's up, Rick? But now, real life Monopoly was just dope because of the energy. It really was like like basically like a live in person family meeting, and like when you could say like it was a big homie for every business, every like subject that you needed,
Yeah,
like on a mental, spiritual, business, creativity, vision, like whatever you needed, you was getting something from out of the room, you know, all the way from, like I said, Herman, they said it was crazy. Yeah, so from Herman, from Tracy, Tia, you
yeah.
know, from all them. So we looking forward. We're gonna do another one in October. That's the goal, man. So, you know, but the problem is now is like, you know, how you do the first one and top that one,
Right, yeah,
or really just bring that same energy. And that's the tough part, trying to make sure we got all them people aligned with the same energy.
right, right. I got you. I got you. Yeah, they was coming back. I said, so how was it? It was like you just had to be there. Like you just had to be there. Like
Not and that's the feeling. Like wasn't like nobody was like selling nobody nothing or like trying to like go extra with it. It really was like, you know how you like literally could talk to like one of your big homies or one of like your female cousins or something like that, and like they was like, yo, I'm gonna give this to you and I want you to take it and run.
right, right. That's the best type of vibes. Next thing you know, it's like, look, take my, you know what I mean? If you do have a course, I definitely want to sign up. Like, all you gotta do is give them a little bit of free gems, and you know, they take it and run.
Right, for sure, man. But to your point though, just being in them rooms, I feel like it put a lot of different people in a whole nother perspective. But a lot of people like that needed that push. Like Cats is, you know, firing, and you already know, you hang out and talk to Herman. So it's like you talk to Herman like every 5 minutes. I only need to talk to Herman for 5 minutes before my brain overload.
Man, when you talk to Herman, the first thing he gonna ask you, it don't matter how long you know him. Like, what's your number? My number. What's my number? Like your number. How much you need to survive per month for you to leave that job? And he just the wheels get working from there. Like,
Right. So you jumped in it. So I mean, for those who don't know, Fitz is a man who was trying to work the 9 to 5, and you tell him the story. Don't let me tell him. You tell him.
I was trying to do the 9 to 5 thing. It wasn't for me. I mean, honestly, I'll start back even with school like that. I don't think that was for me. I don't think a lot of people know. I went to like 5 different colleges. Like I
Did
went,
you?
yeah, academic probation, getting in, getting out, whatever. It didn't work. Like, and long story short, my last class, I just remember being in like a business history class, and I already had my real estate license at the time. So I'm like, what are they even talking about? Like, what do I want to do in my life? I'm like, I want to do real estate. I already got my license. Like, why am I here? I got up, left, never went back, like ever.
Mm.
So from there, I just been, figuring out, growing, stuff like that. I'm not saying it's been the easiest, but you know what I mean? Like
But but it was the so let's talk about that. So you went to college. Let's talk about what was the reason why you went to college.
I think it was something to do. Like I just I don't, it was just I come from a Caribbean background. Like I'm Haitian, so that's just what they
Salute.
my parents did. They in their mind, they didn't work hard for them to come here and me not to go to college. That they thought that was what you did or whatever to
The
attain
American dream.
success. Exactly. So that's what I did, and like to the point where I was like I went to college, but I didn't really want to go. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I know I want to do something in business, but I mean, do they really teach you business in school, or they teach you how to be a worker? You know what I mean? So, for what I wanted to do anyway. So yeah, that's why I went to school. To the point where I actually gave up a scholarship. My mom, she'll never let me live that down. I had like a full ride to LaSalle, but I'm like, but my friends is going to Penn State though. Like I'm trying to go to Penn State.
Right.
And yeah, that was like the start of that.
So, so you went to college trying to, not trying, but the goal was to follow the American dream, as well as, if I'm hearing you right, make your parents proud. Like you wanted to live up to their expectation.
For sure.
You know, so was it when you was going through that process, you know, like failing school and struggling, like what was that mindset, or like was it hard for you to like say like forget it, I gotta do my thing?
And towards the end, because in the beginning, all right, in the beginning, I'm feeling because I'm just chilling. I'm with my friends, busting it up. So you can't, I'm not putting one and two together or whatever. And then in the middle, it's like, I remember being in academic probation, like meetings and having conversations. And I had this one professor, her name was Rita. She passed away, our Rita. And she's just like, yo, you got all A's and B's in your sociology and psychology classes. But your business classes, which was my major, I got like D's and F's. She's like, why don't you? I'm like, no, like I have to do something business minded. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's where the money's at. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to be this big developer, whatever the case may be. She like, all right, whatever, bro. Like, okay, like I'm telling you, this is your sweet spot, which I realized like that is what I'm good at. You know what I mean? And I can incorporate that into business.
So you talking about you're good at like psychology and
Yeah, like when I say good at, I more so enjoy it. I can tune into it more. You know what I
so
mean?
about from the more so the connection of being around people.
Being around people. Yeah, funny thing, I'm an introvert, but but just understanding it. You know what I mean? Like I used to do sales jobs, like T-Mobile, Sprint, whatever, and just understanding the
Yeah,
psychology of people, and you know, I would do little stuff like match your body language while I'm trying to sell you something to make
right,
you more comfortable. You know what I mean?
right.
Next thing you know, you walk around with the phone, the speaker, the, you know, all that, whatever the case may be. So I realized, like, oh, I got to use that to my advantage in business.
Okay, all right. So college wasn't necessarily a bad thing. You just didn't know how you was going to utilize what you was in college for. And again, you more so was really focused on this business, not knowing that the business was just going to come in another form. So
Exactly.
so to that point, like you said, you got your real estate license how long ago?
Maybe 5 years ago or something like that.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So, and you got that while you was in college.
2020, no, 2016, 2016.
Oh, you so that was after or while you was in college?
After. I had breaks and stuff like that. It wasn't like a straight through.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
So then with that, so I mean, what was the route with real estate? Why real estate?
I just always wanted to do real estate, like since I was younger. I remember reading something when I was younger, and they said most people that are wealthy, they gain their wealth through real estate and stocks. So I'm like, well, I like houses, so that's always been in the back of my mind since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for you, like once you got into real estate, you started out as an agent, an investor. Like what was
Yeah,
your
I started out as an agent. Yeah, I got my license. It took me like I think I forget how many times you said it took you like 10 times, something like that.
yeah,
I was
and
like four. Yeah, so I get it. And it's not until the other day I really had an epiphany. I was having a conversation with one of my friends. I'm like, yo, you really got to have a passion for whatever you're doing, because like I said, I went to 5 schools, and I promise you, if I tried to finish school now, I probably wouldn't. Like, you know what I mean? Unless it's like, but that real estate license, like, it didn't matter to me. Like, all right, so I'm gonna get it on the third time. All right, I'm gonna get it on the fourth time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need that to kind of have that perseverance.
nah, so funny thing you say that because so like for me in college, I was on academic probation just one time.
Right.
I got on it that one time and I was struggling. I hit that wall. I was like, yo, maybe sports medicine ain't for me. But like you said, I had my all my good grades was in like education, psychology, different little things. So I took education route.
Hmm.
Now, as in like the stuff I learned in education, like you said, it's organization, presentations, you know, dealing with people, whether they adults or dealing with children,
Right.
communicate, connect, and relate. So, you know, again, you might not realize it at the time. Like you might be doing something that you might not feel like it's going towards your purpose, but again, you're adding to your tool belt. And
Uh,
in this business, whether you want to do real estate, whether you want to do, I don't know, sell hair or oils, it again, you got to build up your foundation because you never know when you're going to need to switch something out. Almost like one of my mentors said, you want to be like a Swiss Army knife.
right.
You might not need all these things, but it don't hurt to have them.
No, 100%. And I realized later on in life, like, all right, like I had, you know, a couple of different jobs. I worked at banks, I sold phones, I worked at was manager at Best Buy, X, Y, and Z. Then you realize like damn, all these little things that or the people I've met and the experiences I've had, I could take and apply it to real estate. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Service aspect, I got the sales aspect. You know what I mean? Like I could turn it on and off.
But that goes to that point, like a lot of people want to just jump out the gate and be the boss. And I mean, you just really just hit it. Like, yo, you had like 8 different jobs before you became your own boss.
Right.
But you need to do these different things to see how each little thing operates. So you know what to look for when you're hiring people or even just dealing with people. And I mean, you know it best. Like, yo, real estate, you deal with all kind of personalities and jokers, and you got to be able to weed them out.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. That's another thing. The risk management. That's the part nobody tell you about. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to weed people out and know, you know, who to work with, who not, because that'll save you a lot of time and trouble. Some stuff you just gonna learn, just is part of the game, but other stuff is definitely avoidable. So
During this process, though, have you taken on, like, have you gotten any mentors or any people that's like help coach? Because I mean, like you said, you did the college thing. So like, what education or what things have you done to put you in position for your real estate business?
I would say, yeah, I for sure had a mentor. Herm been, you know, one of my mentors since, you know, like since we was kids. Like we was working for Herm for free, demoing his cribs and stuff like that. Like so, that, you know, that's big bro. But you know, Herm.
That's a gym right there, providing service in order to get education.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't care. We were just happy to be there. Like, oh damn, that's like however old we were, probably like 15, 16, whatever. It was cool that he had this crib that he was working on. Like we just wanted to be around. Like, could we see that, how that process goes and stuff like that? And I didn't realize it at the time, but being exposed to that at an early age let me know that it was possible. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't going full-fledged in real estate at the time, but I don't like, it was just something to, you know, something to see. Most people around us wasn't doing it. So, and that was right around the crash, I think. Probably,
yeah. 09?
07, probably 07. 07, 08.
Okay. So for you, like, so what do you do in real estate other than being a realtor?
So right now I'm just a real estate investor. Actually, my license is actually inactive at the moment, so I'm not practicing. Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm just straight real estate investment. We wholesale here and there, but I'm not like, you know, known for being a wholesaler or anything like that. I kind of just do my own thing at the moment. And we also were doing like investment returns. So basically, you know, like crowdfunding and put into a project and then give out returns to investors.
So for those who don't know, like what does that mean when you say investment returns?
So that's basically using other people's money to, you know, basically handle your deal. So yeah, I'm pretty much crowdfund. I might say I need 10 people with $10,000 and I will give you 10% return in X amount of months, depending on the project, the length of the project, and how much work needs to be done. And, you know, most people, they're cool with it. They know, you know, we got a good track record out here. So they have no problem doing that because you're not going to get a 10% return, you know, at the bank or whatever. And my name is something I pride myself on because like I say all the time, like, as much as you don't want to mess up your credit, like, you know, at the end of the day, 7 years go by, like, you can get your credit back. Like, once your name is dirty, your name is dirty. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't even play with people money and stuff like that, because there's been times I turn down money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't got nothing going on that I could put it towards. I don't even want your money. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Are you doing buy and hold, fix and flip? Like, what's your sweet spot?
Buy and hold. I definitely want to turn up with the flips. And you earlier you asked me what's one of my mentors, Maurice. He's definitely somebody who's helped me along the way. I know that shit guy, huh?
Timothy?
Yeah.
Rico, yup.
Rico, that's my I don't know if you knew about Rico or Maurice, so I had to temperature check. But yeah, and he would just give me little gems as we go. Even little stuff like, because you think coming into the game like, oh yeah, this is the house I'm gonna show my kids, and like, you know what I mean? I try not to get emotionally attached to stuff, but it, you know, it happens sometimes. And he's like, no, you can't look at it that way. Like, that's your chess piece for 3-5 years from now. If you need to sell that off so you can get the, you know, the 10 unit or whatever, or the 20 unit, you could, that's one of the pieces you could, I'm like, all right, like I start looking at the grand scheme of things and looking at the bigger, you know, the bigger picture.
Got you. So with your strategy, are you using hard money or are you just using straight all funds from the investment?
It's a mixture of both. Right now I'm hard money. Like right now I didn't do any investments or anything. So it's just a mixture of my money and our money. Yeah, like I like this last house I just did. I bought the house cash and then financed the construction. I like doing it that way because it's kind of like simple. It's just way simpler, and for me. But you know,
It's less red tape with the lender you're talking about.
yeah, less red tape. Yeah,
Okay.
we just
Like, well, I bought this house for X amount of dollars. Like, now I only need this amount to rehab it. And then I take it you're doing the Burr method. Are you turning around and refinancing it too?
exactly. Yep.
So did you find it hard to do the Burr method without having a job? So I know, like in the beginning, I struggled with the Burr because I didn't have a job.
Um, a little bit, but there's people that work with you. You know what I mean? And once you like build a relationship, like it's it's different. Like you keep going back to them for money, they're gonna give it to you with no problem. But a little bit, but I don't think I've had as many issues as other people's. I've been fortunate in that aspect.
I
Um,
got
I will say though, there's been times like I had to listen. I don't like no asking nobody for anything. Like that's really not my thing. But sometimes you gotta swallow your pride. I had to, your mom, I need you to co-sign on this on this with me. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for her because some people mother don't even really understand. Like sometimes I really don't think she understand all the way. I just be like, this is the house I'm working on.
trust you though.
Yeah, but she trusts me though, so it's like, okay, all right, cool, I'll do it. So I'm appreciative of her for that.
Say that I had a deal like that where I ran out of money and I had to ask mom to go hit up the bank for a line of credit before my credit was what it is now.
Right.
And then the messed up thing was I said I was going to pay her back in like 3 months when I be done and refinance it. Man, I refinanced the crib and the appraisal came in short. So the money I owe her, I got to pay it back in monthly payments.
Oh man.
But the cool thing was, by the time, as I just sold this crib last year, last year I think, I ended up selling it for more than what I was going to sell it for the first time. So I gave her money back, the monthly money, and then additional funds just for looking out, showing me love.
See, things. I'm realizing with real estate, eventually, if you have the time to withstand all the nonsense that may come your way, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out.
So talk about that though, like how, like can you talk about one of your major battles in real estate, and then tell us about how you like, what did you like mentally, like how'd you get through that?
One of them, I would say,
One of your memorable ones.
one of the memorable ones. I'm gonna think of a crazy memorable one, but one of them that's like at the top of my head right now that I literally just had a conversation with somebody about is just little stuff like you just mentioned, credit. If your credit is not at a certain level, they're not giving you 75%. Like they're giving you 65%. And I was doing my numbers based off 75%. I'm like, damn, why nobody gonna tell you this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? It's just little stuff like that or whatever the case may be. So that's definitely, one of my hurdles or whatever. But I had to tap on somebody like, or actually no, that one I rocked out. I took the 65% and I kept it moving, and I just really ain't make no money. I just had to go back and.
You took the cash flow.
I'm sorry.
You got the cash flow.
I got the cash flow. Yeah.
Pull out the additional equity though.
Exactly. I wanted the additional equity so I can keep it moving, but I had the cash flow. I'm like, all right, I got more equity, so what difference does it make? So
now you got more equity built in, so 3-5 years from now, that's still more money that's just waiting for you. It's just stuck in the house per se. So that's the beauty about real estate. I always say it's not necessarily a loss, it's more so a delay, because the property is going to not always, but hopefully continue to grow in equity.
Especially if you buy it right.
Right.
You do your numbers and buy it right, it'll work out.
So I mean, like, what's your formula or what's your sweet spot for you? Like, what is your like strategy when you're looking at these deals to say, hey, this is a good deal?
Some like you're not supposed to go off of emotion, but one obviously is the numbers. But it'd be like, would I live here? Like I was raised by a single mother, so if I rent it out to a single mother, would she live here? Is it comfortable? Is it safe? Is it like what's going on here? Like I'm not really the one to go down to Kensington and be on the forefront of that. That's not really my twist. But I'll take a nice little in the middle spot.
Okay.
And go from there and make you feel like you living in something luxurious, because I think I always like nice stuff. I think we all like nice stuff. So and people take care of nice stuff better than they would other
I just talking to somebody about that today in regards to like, yo, you don't necessarily got to deck the house out, but even like for me, like some of the rougher neighborhoods, those are my best houses because if I gave them a good product in a neighborhood that they're not used to that, and like you said, and they're all not all, but they're single mothers
Yeah.
who have children that want to have a nice environment, and they pay to take care of that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like one of the blocks I'm working on right now, the block I'm working on right now, I was talking to one of the older ladies out there, and it's up and coming. It's like the value is there, but you know, it's West Philly, so you know what I mean. Anything can happen or whatever. But
You
that's
holding out. You got deals in West Philly. You holding out.
no. I should be asking you that. You and Lorenzo own West Philly, but no, like
I'm the
grandma across the street.
small pup.
You said what?
I'm the small pup. That's
Oh,
the.
okay. But grandma across the street, she telling me like, no, it's a quiet block. Like they all look out for each other. She was telling me everything about everybody in every house on that block. So it's just like, all right, this is somewhere where, you know, I wouldn't mind laying my head. You know what I mean? So I know people are they're gonna love it in here. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that.
Now, so that's the one thing I'll say too that'll bring you more deals when you get in tune with the community, but also start, you know, dropping names and start connecting with people on the block. Like you'll be surprised, grandma, you know, Miss I don't know, Miss Geraldine, Miss Rose, you know, she know who own what house, you know, all of them do, you know, they
100% they know. 100% they know. Even like you have Mr. Fisher. He want to sell a crib or whatever. Like he rather sell it to you. You the young black kid that's trying to do something positive. So he rather sell it to me than sell it to you know, a random person, a stranger, somebody that don't look familiar to them and don't really understand them and where they come from in culture and stuff like that. So
the other thing I've been doing too on my rehabs, like I'll go up and down the street and clean up the trash. So like I know you see me, whether you speak or not, I know you see me. So at some point, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have to, or at least I'm gonna catch your attention.
right.
I'm over there, I'm picking up the trash.
Right. Now the block gotta look nice because I'm here now.
Right. You know what I mean? So hopefully on the block that ain't too crazy, like as far as the distance from one corner to the other.
Right,
but I at least try to make sure my surrounding area is on point though.
Yeah.
You know, that hopefully help with people calling LNI for no reason, man. Like that's the one thing. That's the only one thing about some of them blocks. Sometimes you get the people they call LNI just to call LNI. You be like, yo, I got permits.
Like they right there on the door. Like, what's the problem? Yeah, no, I feel you.
Nah, so for you, like, so what's the goal? Like like you said, not necessarily what's the number, but what's the goal? So like you want to have 30 doors, you trying to start moving into new construction? Like, what's your looking like?
I don't have a number as far as like for doors, but it's definitely new construction. I gotta touch some type of new construction at some point. And definitely bigger deals. You know, just you know, the city's small, so obviously, you know, if you're doing some type of real estate, you're rubbing to a couple of people and stuff like that. It's just, you know, seeing what me and Gary's doing, and I had a conversation with me a couple weeks ago at a dinner, and he's just like, you know, everybody got double they whatever amount of value you're doing as far as like your properties or deals or whatever, you got double. And this is like, it's the Magic Johnson thing, like the same amount of energy it takes to make 100,000, it's the same amount of energy it takes to make 1,000,000. So with that being said, my personal goal is to just financial freedom, like waking up and not having to wake up for the money. Like I can go check on that deal if I want to, but I got the money coming in no matter what. And that real estate, one thing I love about real estate, it has afforded me to meet so many different people that I'm exposed to a lot of different industries. Like, damn, I didn't even know you could like do this or do that or make money off of this or whatever the case may be.
No, so, don't What's the What's the I mean, like, don't surround it like, y'all want to know what he talking about, don't y'all? Because I got a feeling, but I also we gonna touch on that in regards to real estate. So can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm learning this now after being in the game for a little bit. Real estate itself is not really the money. Real estate is what affords you to make money in other lanes that'll really give you the money.
100%.
So now I'm gonna turn it over to you. Go 100%. Ahead. So what's the
It's the trucking, it's logistics, done right, I'm not saying it's an easy lane or field or whatever the case may be, but done right, you could bring in a solid amount of money in trucking.
So that I'm just saying, so that one crib that bring you $400 a month, right? Say you got this one crib, 400 a month, but now you got the bag from the equity on the refi. Instead of going to go ball out, get the you know, the Bentley and all the other stuff, whatever you into, Saks Fifth or go down Miami, you take that and pivot. Especially just imagine you get 4 or 5 cribs, you get 20 grand off of each of them cribs.
Right.
You take that money and go to the trucking game or put that money in the stocks. Imagine if somebody to put that money in the stocks 3-4 years ago in the, you know, the crypto world or
I'll talk about that in a second. But
but see how like we getting excited talking about all the other ways you could pivot. So it's like real estate. So I'm gonna say this: your job is your starting point. What you do with the money from your job is due to real estate. The real estate will afford you not to be dependent on your job. But now once you take that money from your job, you take that money from the real estate and pivot it into other things that make you money, whether you wake up or don't wake up. Because like you said, that's key. Is people don't realize like, yo, I'm an entrepreneur, but I gotta get up and make something every day because I need a check to be coming. So I went from needing a check today, tomorrow, next week, and now I need a check for at least. I got about 2-3 months I could chill, but I need to keep it coming because if something get dry or accident happen, you mean I'm gonna be hitting you up talking about, yo, I need to hold something real quick.
Facts. Before we get on the other topic, I do want to jump on the job thing too because I haven't been working since probably 2017. But last year, you know, everything was kind of rough, right? So before I did real estate, I had learned something called software testing. So I learned it from you know, some one-off guy or whatever the case may be. I never went ham with it or tried to get a job with it because my passion was always in real estate. So with everything going on last year, I was cool, but my friends came to me, and one of my friends, Greg, he teaches self-tech. He teaches quality assurance and software testing.
Hold on. So what's software testing? I'm not a techie boy. So
okay, I got you. Software testing.
I be taking notes, so I'm.
So basically, that's like, so a company will hire you, and let's say Facebook, for instance, right? They'll hire a software tester to make sure. They might say you have to write what they call test scripts. So you basically have to test their platform and works and make sure it works the same way the end user would be using it. So if I click on, you know, facebook.com and put my username and password in and I hit enter and it doesn't bring me to the homepage, it brings me to, you know, your page, like it's not supposed to do that. That's a bug, you know what I mean? Like, so the concept is simple. It's obviously more intricate than that, but that's like, you know, 80K and up, you know what I mean? And then they came to me like, yo, bro, they hiring you, want it? Like, sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, just opportunities like that. I'm like, and it's contracts, it's short-term contracts. And it was,
you need a degree or some type of certificate for this?
Nah, he teaches you everything. He teaches you how to get the job and everything.
This the guy.
Yeah, he the guy. Yeah.
I got a feeling I know who you're talking about. Somebody else mentioned Black Boy.
Yeah, Black Boy, Locks. That's my guy. You know him. I'm sure you seen him around. Matter of fact, he's been to, when I first started real estate. I don't even know if you remember this. That's why I say I have to do it live. You know, I don't like doing stuff like that. We went to one of the first seminars we went to was your seminar.
One of my seminars.
Yeah, it was you. It was the marketing guy. I forget his name. I think it's like Josh something.
Josh.
Whatever. Yeah.
Josh was doing credit, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh no, I gotta do it. He asked me to do it. So.
Look, I appreciate it. Right. Definitely. That was woo. Like,
yeah, that knowledge you poured into us, we was able to, you know, take it and grow with it. You know what I mean?
Salute. Well, definitely appreciate it. Look, now I'm interviewing you front stage, man.
I appreciate it.
So, all right. So I'm gonna check when we get off here. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that because my wife is really into that IT stuff. She was trying to do coding and stuff like that. So, you know, this is another lane that.
No, it's a great lane to be in. It's a great lane to be in for sure.
But I know somebody else that's doing it already. One of my clients that they took that money and was doing their first flip.
Exactly. Cause you gotta think, especially a lot of his students, like they come from making maybe 50K or less, 40K or less, whatever, and you got this extra 30, 40K, maybe even 50K, depending on your situation, if you don't change your living circumstances and keep living below your means now, you could take that money, put it into real estate. Now you got a property. Literally, all it takes is one property. You're not gonna get rich off of one property, but once the ball get rolling, it's rolling. It's not gonna stop.
Mm. So you pivoted during COVID so you wasn't running up the PPP and the unemployment. You went and used one of your skill sets, and you was doing the software testing.
Software testing, exactly. So I took that. I took that contract. It was a short-term contract anyway. So I was like, by next year I'll be done. Things probably be open next year. And I still, I did one project. I started, I got one property, but I didn't really start until the top of this year. I really didn't know how things were, like how they were gonna be, whatever the case may be. So I took that and I ran with it. And if right now, obviously my contract ended, back doing real estate full time, but if need be, I could always just tap back into it.
My man Lenny in here dropping them fire emojis because he has tech stuff. That's his twist.
Oh yeah.
We'll put a whole MacBook together in like 5 minutes.
Oh man, he the real IT guy.
Yeah, he do it. He be telling me about that stuff, man. But it's dope because like I feel like for you, just say like, yo, I didn't get a degree, but I got the certificate for the software training, which was again, hindsight. Our parents didn't know what they didn't know.
Didn't know what they didn't know.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's other ways to still do what you do. And I tell people, even if you do real estate, you still want to have something else to fall back on. And I mean, for me, only other thing I know is either, get a trade or get a degree. So I mean, I tell yo, at least for me, because I just love college experience. I'm telling young black boys, go to college.
Yo, I be telling people. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cut you.
Go ahead.
Nah, and sometimes it might come off because, like I said, I never finished, but I never want to come off like I'm saying don't go to school. Like obviously, as young black men, there's a lot of benefits of us going to school. Don't go to school and accumulate all this debt for something you can't make money off after. What's your ROI? Everybody should be looking at the ROI and everything in their life, from the school you go to, the job you work at, the friends you have, to the girlfriend that you lay with at night. Like every there's an ROI on everything. Don't pour into something you're not getting nothing out of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we're not gonna get on the girl or the guys you lay with. That's a whole nother
story. My fault. I ain't trying to get into that.
Right. But to your point though, so you took that money, the software, real estate, but what's the trucking situation? What's the trucking about? So Herman gave us a little bit about the trucking situation, but Herman was like, boy.
Yeah, the trucking situation is different. I will say I'm gonna give the good and the bad because nothing's ever all good. So, true. Like I said, it's passive money. You got your driver. We happen to link up with a company that dispatches for us, and it's very hands off. Like I don't really do anything but pay my driver. And now they got it set up to like with the new people that they I'm a little more inclusive, so that's why I like to pay my driver. Had that relationship, but they handle everything for the people who has trucks or whatever under them. They get the loads for you. You don't got to do nothing but collect the check. But I will say, so I probably net now. I don't want to give personal numbers, but on average, you might get like a 1,000 to 3,000 per truck on a good week. Like I said, a good week. But then you gotta be prepared for them weeks that things go bad. You know what I mean? And
tire blow.
Yeah, tire blow. That's $1,000. You can't get them used tires off the bully. You know what I mean? I had crazy bills at some point. So it's not as simple as I'm getting a couple $1,000 a week from this. I could blow it every week. No, you gotta really be meticulous with it. And I also tell people like that's not my passion at all. So it's not like getting the trucking so you could just get this money and do whatever. You gotta have another end goal for it. And in my mind, that allows me the ability to be free. Like if I know the basics is covered, I'm free. And I'm free to create. And I'm free to, because even with real estate deals, you got to get creative. And I'm realizing I'm connecting dots with different industries because I don't got to worry about, I got to make sure rent's paid, mortgages paid, X, Y, and Z.
Right now, and again, it's crazy you saying this because it's like, I feel like just this year I'm having this same aha moment about, damn, like I'm thinking, get the money, keep buying real estate. No, get that money, put it in other stuff. Like you said, I don't gotta be passionate. I don't gotta know nothing about no damn trucking. So that's why like I'm messing with the car hauling.
Right.
I'm getting the truck. Like you said, now you just start buying stuff that other people need, and you provide the tools.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
or whatever the equipment, and they'll go do what they do because for whatever reason or another they can't go get it on their own, and they
Right.
need, and they'll pay top dollar for it.
They'll pay top dollar, exactly. And then that in that turn in turns, you know, it could cover whatever lifestyle you want, but more importantly, the more real estate. Like
Always go back to the real
it
estate.
always go back to the real estate, yeah, because that's not going nowhere. They're not making no more land.
Definitely. So I mean, in regards to the trucking play, so it's like you like messing with that a little bit more than dealing with the tenants, or you like in, or
Um,
you
I still like real estate, like, cause sometimes you'll get a midnight call like, yo, X, Y, and Z just happened. I'm like, bruh, like, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, some tenants could be annoying, but I feel like if you vet right, and you won't have no real issues, especially if you give them a quality product. Like, you won't have no real
when you say vet right, so like, are you dealing with Section 8 or are you dealing with public paying tenants?
public paying tenants.
Okay, and like, so your criteria for like finding tenants, like, how are you finding tenants these days?
I'm not, yeah. So right now, I don't have like a exorbitant amount of cribs, so it's like word of mouth or whatever the case may be. So it's word of mouth is, three times your income, the rent your income has to be, and it's also getting a feel for it. And I also like because sometimes I have my sister or friends I have helped me or whatever the case may be. And one good thing I learned from Rico, he has an assistant, full time assistant. So
Right. The VA.
yeah. So is he one thing he does is this somebody that you would mind working with? Oh no. If she's like no, then it's a no because he like you're gonna be talking to her, not me. You know what I mean? So I'm like trying to get to the point where I can implement that.
Right.
So no, that's that. I think that's the the biggest thing right now.
Okay. All right. Well, nah, man, that's definitely what's up, man. But I'm like, I love how your journey and process, you really utilize your relationships to keep pulling you forward. So,
Uh,
hey, provide a service. Hey, I can volunteer. I can figure out how to add value. And then, like, you keep picking up these nuggets along the way that's putting you in different positions.
right, right. Yeah, and I realized my relationships got me here because it's like people would they'll give you if you willing to listen and you willing to work, like you show that you got the work ethic in you, they'll give you the game. Like, you know what I mean? And nothing's for free though, but they'll give you the game. Like,
Right.
no matter how you gotta go about to get it. Like, you can ask her, I'm like, that's my big brother, but every time he was doing courses or classes or whatever, I was right in the back. Like, I'm there. Like, so
Right.
I literally seen him go from talking to a room with 5 people to thousands. Like, you know what I mean? But I was always there every time. So every time I'm learning whatever he talking about or they're supporting him, I'm also learning whoever's who spoke before him, who spoke after him. I'm learning from them too. So I'm able to take those and kind of apply it to my life.
So, would you say it's important to be in a room?
Oh, 100%. The room changes things. Things 100%. I can't stress that enough. That might be more important than school. So I know, but the room changes things.
But
So
the right room
the
can
right
know.
room, yeah, the right room. But I will say sometimes it's pointless to be in the room if you're not already putting in the work. You got to already be putting in the work, doing your due diligence. You don't want to be in a room and not know what ARV mean. You know what I mean? Like that's something you could Google. Like
So don't just show up and be waiting for people just to hand you the blueprint.
100%. Yeah, you gotta.
At least lay the foundation and understand what the Bird method is, ARV, what a Section 8 tenant is.
What a refi is, what a the veteran, just the basics. Like just come knowing the basics because it's like they'll curb your learning curve, but at the end of the day, nobody could do that initial groundwork for you, and you want to make sure your foundation is right because you're gonna come across a lot of amazing people in this business that's gonna help you propel you. Just because, like I remember him said something to me like, "Yo, people get rich off crumbs." Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's billionaires that I'm not really. I don't want to do that deal. Like, they might, throw it to somebody who only makes a 500 million. You know what I mean? Like, you get rich off that or whatever the case may be. So you want to be prepared to catch those crumbs, like, and then you'll have a whole loaf at a point. Like, yeah.
that that was a good one. That was a good one.
I'm speaking proverbs, so I got a lot of those. Like,
Nah, that's a dope gem. I mean, because like you said, you gotta think about it. Like, yo, if he do all like so, like same thing. I hang around Lorenzo, so like I'm hanging with Lorenzo. He done bought like 5 cribs in the past 3 weeks. So it's only right. He gonna get tired at some point. Now he slide me one now. Oh, look, now I'm buying a triplex.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, you be like,
And
oh,
that's your new level now. Because now, all right, you bought this triplex. Now you know I could do a triplex. Like I've done it. There's no problem. You know what I mean? So from there, it's only up. Like you it multiplies, it compounds.
for sure. And that's why, like, it's like, all right, don't, you gotta also keep in mind for people, don't be so like gun ho looking at what everybody else is doing and miss your shot.
The best thing I ever learned was to just mind your business. The only time I stop is to clap for whatever's going on. I see you, I salute you, and I keep it going. They said horses that run races, right? They run races with blinders so they don't get distracted. And they just focus on the finish line. Keep your blinders on, that's all.
Okay. Now, and that's 100%. So, but like I said, it's kind of tough because you see everything on social media, and you kind of get caught up sometimes, or you be, damn man, and now it's like you trying to keep up with the Joneses per se.
100%. I'm guilty of it too. I think that's normal. That's you know what I mean. But me personally, I'm someone who takes social media breaks because that's not. I'm introverted. You know what I mean. So it's easy for me to like. I'm actually gonna take a break in a week or two. And I just had to make sure I was on here so we could do the live. But whatever you got to do to kind of clear your mental. I know some people they only go on social media during certain times. So you just kind of have to find what works for you. But at the end of the day, Wallow has said something about like social media is like it's a production at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like they make sure they got the angles, the lighting, everything is right, X, Y, and Z. So not saying people not really doing what they doing, but you can't take that you gotta take that with a grain of salt. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like I seen somebody the other day that was telling me about, I mean on the gram I seen whatever deal they was working on, cool. But when I seen them in person, they like, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of work and sweat that goes into whatever that person is showing you on.
Or you see the end result.
Yeah, you see the end result. You don't see the like, damn, I gotta wait a month for these permits because X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like don't ever get caught up in the end result.
Okay. So I mean, for you right now, you got any like dope books or any podcasts that you're listening to? When you're not talking to guys like Herman. I seen not too long ago you was you did I think an interview or some type of like conversation piece with Big Business.
Yeah, a little minute ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That's somebody else I definitely learned a lot from. Like, you know what I mean? Just little day-to-day stuff. And like we talking about relationships at a time, her teaching classes and stuff like that. I find myself coming around, every other day. And I might see what cribs they're working on and stuff like that. And you just learn as you go. But as far as like books and I guess it depends what level you're at or whatever the case may be. Richest Man in Babylon is you can never go wrong with that. Rich Dad Poor Dad that's the book that kind of set it off for me. 100%. Let me think. EY, I haven't read. I got some new books, but I haven't like cracked them open yet. But Earn Your Leisure is like top tier.
Crazy, right?
Yo, between Market Mondays, so you learn about crypto and and stocks and stuff like that, and then whoever they're interviewing. I try to watch all of them because, like I said, I realized that no matter the industry, there might be something there for you, so you could take and put it into yours. Like,
right, exactly. I was gonna say because it's crazy. Some of the stuff that don't have nothing to do with what I do, but you hear this idea about marketing, you hear this idea about
exactly
managing people in your business, and it's like, oh, so I could implement that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like my favorite right now. Also, Bigger Pockets. Bigger Pockets never steered me wrong. Like I learned a lot from Bigger Pockets and doing that initial due diligence and just learning the basics. Like they have like wholesale calculators, refi calculator, like you know what I mean, all different types of calculators, and that's gonna help you know your numbers and stuff.
Right. Bigger Pockets got the YouTube page and the podcast.
Yeah, and they got a website too.
Okay, right, and a website, and they be having events sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's dope. So I mean, what's coming out in the future for you? You got any courses coming out? Can we get you in person? What you got working in the future, man?
You could definitely get me in person. I don't have anything personally, but if you need me to come out, I'll always come out for you. There's no problem. I say one day if I ever do a course, it's probably gonna be like for charity, just because I feel like there's no school for this. You know what I mean? Like you can't go to school. You go to school, they don't even teach you how to make an LLC. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I ever did, it would be something like that, just like on a give back. But
Mhm.
you know, in the future, I'll probably do like some type of bring back the investment return. So if people want to invest, we'll let them invest and then get a return on their money and give them some type of blueprint and let them see the projects and things of that nature.
Got you. Okay, that's definitely dope. So like the next time let's just say next time we had this interview, let's just say 5 years from now, where do you hope to be in your business?
5 years from now, God willing, definitely
Perfect in a perfect world. Ain't no obstacles.
in a perfect world, multiple like dozens of new construction to the point where I'm just doing philanthropy more so. Like I got the right hand man that's giving me what's going on with the projects and things of that nature, but my day to day is more so philanthropy, giving back, you know, just doing the social work aspect of it, you know, the give back. I feel like as much as you give, you get a lot more back into it.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, so for you, you really want to be for the people. You want to help other people, bring them along the way.
Yeah, but in my way, I think I have a selfish reason for that because I feel like I don't got the patience for, you know, the clients and all this. A lot be going on.
The,
Right. Well, that's where I'm at right now.
the mentorship per se. I know.
Yeah, I'm not there. Like, I just want to laser focus on what I got going on. And
Mhm.
also just because, and when I say give back, it's more so for like, I guess like more so kids that's interested because like I sometimes imagine like what if more kids had people that was like, yo, come look at this property I'm working on and like, you know, maybe they won't be out here wilding and shooting in broad daylight at Second and Tasker. Like
Now it's funny you say that. So like I got a crib up there on York Street, crazy over there, and I like yo, bulls don't even realize like y'all literally are walking past the money. Yeah,
okay.
trying to make these. Not saying they not getting money, but like you don't realize like the levels of money you really could be getting sitting right in front of you on y'all sitting on 2, 3 stoops, hustling, just and the shit is just going right by you
There's been so many times me and my friends is like, yo, imagine if we spent them refund checks at the auction
from college.
from college and we was getting big, we was finessing, we was getting big refund checks.
Listen, if I could go back all them 50% offs at Foot Locker I was doing,
Yo,
that's crazy you said that. Now that you put it in that perspective.
like, where would we be? You know what I'm saying? But everything happened for a reason. I never regret. But
Especially the auction back then, the way it was, bruh.
man,
You see them old heads now that's cashing out on cribs, like it's, like, yo,
Black Bart blasphemy. Like,
nah, that's right, Reg. That is true. That
yeah,
is true.
yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a time and place for that. So
Right. No, and that's my thing. So that's why, like, yo, the last event we did, people don't realize we only charged $100. We gave you her, Atia, um, Courtney, Tracy, Dwayne, like, yo, the list goes on and on.
see, I'm saying all this give back stuff, something like that. No, you gotta pay for that lineup. That's a that's a starting five. Like that's a solid startup lineup. Like
Right.
all
Lorenzo,
I can only imagine like the gems that was dropped in that room. Like everybody in there been doing it for years.
right. No, so the next event, the price is gonna go up a little bit. It will be in October, but that one was gonna be a 3-day event. So we plan on doing like how you just said y'all had that dinner. So we
Yeah,
plan on the dinner that Friday, that Saturday will be the event, and then that Sunday we gonna have like a brunch in the event that day kind of thing.
that's dope. That's dope.
I mean, so we revving up to get them some more fire, but like you said, we gonna have to we ain't charge y'all last time. We gonna have to charge
Yeah.
y'all.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to tag that. And don't whoever like don't ever be afraid to pay. I went to a couple of events. Like, granted, don't keep learning and not executing, but you got to get in them rooms. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to go to 2, 3 events, network, meet this person, X, Y, and Z. You might send them a deal, and they might always remember you. Like, you know what I mean?
Now, I think the problem is, and I'll just speak on myself. When I used to go to all these events, whether I paid or didn't pay, I was always trying to find out why these people were giving me the information
Mm-hmm.
to consume or worrying about what's the catch versus taking the information and executing it. So it took me longer to get there.
So here's my thing. I feel the same way sometimes. I said because sometimes you sit in this event, and I really be feeling like. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody giving you their play, that's because they done with it. If they showing you their hand, right? But who cares? You're not where they at. You're not only on the same poker table as them.
Right. Or as Malik would say, yo, it's X amount of houses in the city that's abandoned. Everybody can't buy them all. It's enough for all of us.
Yeah, like who cares what they doing? Like just take the information and run with it.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, I definitely appreciate you, man. Like I said, definitely even, like I said, from the support from day one to what you're doing now, man. So I definitely appreciate everything that you're doing and showing the love back, man.
Ooh, man, I got your book somewhere here. Like it's in my bookshelf.
Right. Definitely
Yeah.
don't forget about the book, the link in my bio, bro.
Yeah, you gotta plug the book in.
Y'all want to learn the game. Real simple, easy read. You can kids.
I see my guy Kev just jumped in here. I just want to give a couple plugs. So Kev does business plans and LLC formations and things of that nature. So that's another one of my friends who really helped me a lot. We realize we start these LLCs and we don't realize like, I don't got a plan for it. I don't know how to. We just go on. You know what I mean? You got to formulate a plan.
It's Herm's brother, right?
Yeah, Kev is Herm's brother.
I've never met yet, but salute me. We connected via social media, so I'm gonna definitely get with Kev as well.
Yeah. Kev is definitely a good dude to tap in with. So you definitely want to know what you're doing, and understand your business, because nobody's gonna give you any type of funding, and like if you don't have a plan, how are you gonna execute? You know what I mean?
Right. So can Kev help with like, I don't know, like the LLC, the business plan, but then like what if I need like licenses or certificates or something like that? Like if I'm trying to get something up and running.
For the most part, but I think anything specifically, like it would have to be a one-on-one thing, like, and he'll do it.
For the top 5 right there between credit, trucking, the LLC setup, and the business plan. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got.
Listen, we give them the blueprint, like
software testing.
And software testing, like we giving the blue. We've seen, we have somebody who, like, they went through every phase. Like they got a job, a software testing job. They got a truck, just bought a house. She's living life. Like she just bought her Lex. Like she waited until she did all that to buy her little Lexus and stuff like that. She's living life. Like, and that's really how nobody tells us that's how it should be. Like our assets to pay for our liabilities, but we know now. So since we know now, we're gonna do better.
For sure. Definitely. And it's funny you said it, because it'd be like, damn, I wanted it. Then I realized, like, yo, I gotta pay for this shit every month.
Like
I'm paying for it.
Nah, I don't like that.
Right. No, before you do that, like we was just talking, buy this truck. This truck is gonna pay for X, Y, and Z. Buy this house is gonna pay for X, Y, and Z. Then when you get to a certain amount, it's like, I'm good. I don't even need all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, and then you'll realize you'll get to a point where, I mean, most people anyway, like how much do you really need? You know what I'm saying? So like, if you got your expenses are taken care of, you got extra spending money, and you got money it's Friday, let's go to Miami, random trip money, right? If you get to that point, right, everything in my mind, everything after that is, what deals can I do? Like that's, I'm more so care about that, like, because at the end of the day, like, I'm working for a family I don't have yet, so right. I'm trying to put these deals in place so I can enjoy the rest of my life.
Be careful, they might jump into DMs now.
Nah, the DMs is closed.
Look, laser focus. Fitz said laser focus.
Right, for sure.
I mean, so last question for you, like, so if you could tell anybody that's looking to get started today, like, what can you help them get in motion or just get over that hump of having that fear or that hesitation?
Just
like, let's say, like, yo, Fitz, like, I'm.
Nah, it sounds cliche, but just do it. Like the time is gonna pass anyway, right? You're gonna be mad you ain't do it. I remember before I got over that whole thinking of, is school for me or not? Like I used to, every May, everybody graduating, I had this feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I was at a fork in the road for so long. You know what I mean? So just do it. Either I was gonna graduate and get my degree, or I was gonna do real estate, but do something. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, whether you fail or succeed, you're gonna learn something from it, and it's gonna propel you to the next level. Because and every level has its issues. So it's never gonna be like, damn, I got here, I'm chilling, I'm cool. Nah, trust me, trust me. But every time you have them issues, that means you're about to hit another level.
Ooh, I'm glad you said that. I appreciate it because right now I'm having a couple issues. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping there's something pretty waiting for me around this
I'm
corner, man.
I'm talking to everybody, but I'm talking to myself too. Trust me. So don't worry about it. Bro.
Yo, do anybody have any questions before we get off of here for Fitz or myself? If you got a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat real quick. I mean, you better look. He said he's giving you the game for free, so you better ask why you price start. He start dropping them. Hit the link in my bio.
Right, right.
Let me see. Did we miss anything? Did we miss anything?
Oh, somebody said you got to pay attention. That's you ain't lying about that.
All right, look, if y'all don't got no questions, we're gonna let Fitz go on with his night, and we definitely appreciate y'all. Oh, do you think real estate is oversaturated? That is a heck of a good question.
Yeah, that is a great question. That's my little sister. But no, not at all. Because like I said, they're not making any more of it. But at the end of the day, it might feel oversaturated, especially in Philadelphia. But Malik say it all the time. It's like 40,000 plus vacant properties. You don't need all of them. You don't need all of them. Like,
Right.
yeah, just get you a couple, and then you'll be good.
Right. That, and I would say it's not saturated when you focus on what you do. So it's like it's competitive, yes, but it's like when you get your systems in your niche. I mean, you kind of could carve out your own lane, and you don't got to worry about nobody else.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all doing a townhouse style roundtable at the live event.
Townhouse style. What you mean, Philly Voodoo?
The truck plug should be on her page. I forget his it's Mr. AF Legacy, I believe. It should be page. Yeah, he handles that, but he it's by referral basis, like, so he don't take everybody all at once or whatever. I think it's like an application, but it should be off for her page, but it should be at Mr. AF Legacy.
KCS, what's up? One of the best plumbers in the city. Sherry. What you saying, Lorenzo? Sherry.
Oh, Sherby, yeah, that's his name, Sherby.
Oh, look, Lorenzo got to play too.
Yeah, he already tapped in.
Sherby.
Yeah.
Sherby on Herman's page.
Yeah. It should be at AF Legacy. My guy John in here too. John turned up in the last year. Like, he went from working at Amazon to having trucks and car rentals and stuff like that. But he don't teach though. He's an advocate about, like, nah, we got people for that.
Oh, so what we do questions like a round table. So for the live event, yes, we are gonna have more, not necessarily a round table, but we will do a panel. So we did a panel at the last event at the end, but this time we're gonna make it more dedicated time for the panel and for questions. So definitely it's gonna be panel discussions, question and answers for the next one coming up in October for sure. So we got you. Go ahead and start blocking out your weekend. We're gonna get you that date. Maybe, I don't know, we do Halloween weekend or the weekend before Halloween or something like that. But we definitely gonna get to it for y'all.
That's good.
Anybody else? Any other questions? Not miss anything. All right, yeah, I don't know. I don't think nobody got any questions. But I definitely appreciate you. For those who don't know, Fitz, what's your Instagram?
It's Fitz_CORI. I took the real estate off because we don't do just real estate now. We do everything. So
Now I'm Fitz Corey the Enterprise.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
Nah, man, but that's what's up. But like I said, definitely thank you again, man. Stay tuned.
Next,
right back at it, 8 p.m. We're gonna be going with another interview. Don't quote me. I don't remember. Do I remember? Let me see. And then I ain't gonna lie and tell you I remember who next week is yet. I don't even. So, but I dropped that flyer because I have it already. So once I remember, I will drop it. But it's definitely good time. Definitely appreciate you. So I mean, tonight I got to work on this software testing, man. So do the person got an IG?
Yeah, he do. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you everything.
All right, I appreciate you again. Always look.
Anytime. I'm here for it.
Nah, man, do your thing. Salute, man. Definitely appreciate it, man. And I'll talk to you.
All right, for sure.
My man. Thank you.